I got to a point where I realized that the person that I was seeing was unhealthy for me. She was toxic. She didn't believe in my dreams. I shared with her something that I was working on with my niece, and she said to me something like, "You can't do that. That sounds stupid." And the moment that she said that to me, I knew that she was unhealthy. She was not good for me, that she didn't agree, or that she didn't believe in me, or she didn't support me. I fucked her off straight away. That was the last time that I ever spoke to her, the last time I saw her, because I started to become aware that I only wanted to surround myself with the right people, and she wasn't healthy for me. That was the moment of no return, where now it is November 2023, and it's been 5.5 years since I have been in a relationship because I cut the cord. That's what this episode is going to be. Cut the fucking cord. I'm Luke, and you're listening to the Luke Mind Power Podcast. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to another episode on the Luke Mind Power Podcast. It's a blessing to be here with you, blessing to be alive, and we're going to be talking about some amazing stuff. But before we do, I just want to quickly give a shout out to the amazing Sunshine Amberzena on YouTube. As you can see, I'm wearing her amber necklace, which is just one of her amazing many products and accessories and jewelry pieces that she sells on auction on YouTube. So if you want to join her YouTube channel and her auctions every single week on YouTube, her name is Sunshine Amberzena on YouTube. So there's a link in the description below. So go ahead and click on that. Subscribe to her YouTube channel because she sells a lot of amazing amber and other fashion jewelry accessories, and you will absolutely love it. I have no doubt. Okay. Alrighty. So today we're going to be talking about toxic relationships and cutting the cord, because I know that this is something that we all struggle with. And I know that I struggled with this for so many freaking years. And it took me a long time to really step into my power, to know my worth, and to know, what I needed to do in order for me to liberate myself, to free myself, so that I could live in peace and be in control of my life and not be weighed down or drained or depleted. And your heart doesn't deserve to be hurt. It's just that, we have our own insecurities and all these kind of shit that I'm going to go into. But you're probably wondering what the backdrop is. Where am I? I'm in Riga, Latvia, about 30 minutes from Riga. And I decided that, the end of my trip, before I head back to Dubai, I'm going to go somewhere I've never been before. I was just in Warsaw, Poland with some family, which was amazing. My uncle even got me to speak in front of all of his amazing guests at his yearly name day that he had. And I just knew it was coming. I was standing in the crowd, and my cousin was doing a speech, and then my uncle whispered something to him, and I was like, something's happening. And they're like, we want to invite our cousin to come and speak. And I was like, yeah, I knew that was coming. But it's okay, because be careful what you wish for. As a speaker, as someone who has a big influence on the world, and has broken through fear and doubt and stepped into greatness and success, be careful what you wish for, because it will happen. And that's what will happen, is that you'll be invited to come and speak on stage. You'll be invited by people in your community or in your environment to say, hey, you're showing up on social media, or you're showing up as a speaker, you've got a podcast, you're doing this and that, you're all this confidence, so come and speak, come in front of us, come on a stage. So be careful what you wish for. Don't try and be a fucking life coach and then expect that nobody's going to come up to you and say, hey man, can you help me? Or hey, you've been doing all this stuff and we want you to share your wisdom. Be careful what you wish for. So that was amazing. But then, on the way to Dubai, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and spend some time in a nice villa that I found on Airbnb. And I am just chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm getting ready for, the calm before the storm, because I have so much to share with you. I have so much up ahead over the next couple of months, something very exciting that's brewing in the making at the end of December, which is going to be happening in Australia. And that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you any more information, but there's something massive that's going to be happening at the end of December in Australia. And that's all. I'm not going to tell you which city. I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not going to tell you what, but I will share more information over the next week or week and a half on my social media platforms, on my website. And I can't wait to share this with you, because this is going to be an extraordinary opportunity for you to level up. Again, everything comes down to balance. Too much of something is not good, but It's been uncomfortable, which means it's a good thing for me because every time I go through uncomfortable experiences, it's actually helping me grow, and I'm growing more. I'm being stretched, and traveling has been one of the best things that I've ever done in my life to get out of my comfort zone. And I was always afraid of new environments. I was always afraid of like going somewhere I'd never been before because then I didn't know where to go or how to get to places, or it just wasn't familiar. And so that's the majority of us, that we live in this space of fear and doubt, insecurity, which then leads me to now what we're going to talk about is these toxic fucking relationships that we're suffering in, many of us. And one of the main reasons is the fear of being alone and the fear of letting go because it's unfamiliar. If you have been in a relationship for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and you've come to a point in your life right now where you're realizing that there's something off here, one of the major keys as to why you can't move forward is because, and even if you try, you might try, you go, you know what, I need a break, or I need a separation, or I need to spend some time with myself more and let this relationship have a break, right? Let's just say that you're trying to do that. One of the reasons why you go back is because it's familiar, because being with yourself is unfamiliar. And you're so used to, even if it's fucking shit, even if she treats you like shit, even if he treats you like shit, you still go back because it's what you're so used to experiencing. And that which is familiar, that's what you gravitate towards. And so that's why it also goes, hand in hand with, if you grew up in a toxic household, if you grew up in a household where you were witnessing your father beating your mother, or your mother fucking abusing your father in some way or shape or form, then guess what? That's what's familiar to you mentally, subconsciously, right? That's what your mind has been psychologically programmed with, that kind of experience. And then guess what? Guess what happens? You attract that into your life as you get older, and then it's familiar, which is what you gravitate towards, which is what you tolerate, which is what you allow because of your fucking experiences that you experienced as a fucking child. And so now you're wondering, why am I in this fucking toxic, abusive relationship? Because that's what you fucking witnessed when you were a fucking kid. And so it's familiar, it's fucking normal to you. And you're like accepting and tolerating this bullshit. And so that's why this episode is called Cut the Cord, because I'm going to take you on a journey on how I cut the fucking cord to being in relationships with fucking the women that I was in relationships with. Some of them, it was okay. But then a lot of them were hurtful, and a lot of them were just not what I wanted them to be. And I wasn't able to attract that which I truly felt content and safe and comfortable with, and which I wanted. So after all these years, up until I was 33, of all these like relationships that I went through, I decided in June 2018 to cut the fucking cord and say, I want to get to know Luke. I want to have a relationship with Luke. I want to know who the fuck he is, because he's so lost in expecting and thinking that if he attracts someone into his life, then he's going to be happy. If he finds the right girl, then he will be happy. So what am I doing? I'm leaving this external environment with the power of, unless I have something outside of myself that comes into my life that validates me, approves me, loves me, hugs me, appreciates me, I'm not fucking good enough. I'm not going to be able to be happy. And I was like, yeah, bro, nah, fuck that shit. I got to a point in my life where I became very aware. So I want to give you a rundown of like the relationships that I went through up until 2018, when I decided, because a lot of you guys probably don't know the stories, and it's important for you to understand my journey. And that's why I say the lesson will keep showing up until you learn it. If it's one fucking shit relationship over the span of 10 years or 15 years, or maybe it's fucking 7 of them. So let me take you back to like 2006. Met a girl, didn't have any other girls at the time. I know myself of who I was back then. I settled for this relationship. She was a beautiful girl. She had a beautiful family. But I know myself 100%. I was never going to be with her, but I was settling because it was at least something. At least I had a girlfriend. At least I could have sex. But again, this is the younger version of Luke. This is Luke when he was fucking 24, 23. You know what I mean? Like, he's got no idea what's going on. He's a fucking kid. All he thinks about is fucking rooting. Then I let go of that relationship eventually, like after 12 months, because I knew that it wasn't serving me and it wasn't what I wanted to be with long term. Because I know that she wanted more, but I knew that I didn't want to keep going because I was just going to keep hurting her, because it wasn't the truth. It was just, then there was a lot of fucking around, you know what I mean? It was like trying to figure life out. And then at 27, I met a girl in a club. She was from South America, fell in love with her. After 1 month, I asked her to marry me. 8 months later, we're supposed to get married. 1 week, and I'm sharing this very quickly because it's a fucking long stories. And if you go back to episode, I think 148, it's where I share why rejection saved my life. That's why I say rejection is fucking redirection. Rejection is fucking the best thing that can ever happen. Rejection hurts, but your pain is your power. And it's only through the pain and the adversity that actually builds your character and helps you to become fucking powerful so that you can actually deal with the shit that's up ahead for you that you don't know about yet. So be open. Be open to being hurt. Be open to accepting that life is going to throw you some fucking curveballs. It's going to throw you some challenges and you're going to fucking go through this shit. Say, oh my gosh, fuck, I'm supposed to go through shit like this. I'm supposed to be fucking built. You think that you're going to live your dreams where you're not going to go through shit? Wake the fuck up. Have an open fucking mind. Change your fucking mindset. Change the way you think. Be open to the fact that fucking shit's not always going to go your way. It's going to go fucking a shit fucking way so that you can be fucking built, okay? Because what doesn't fucking kill you makes you fucking stronger and makes you live longer. So fucking start appreciating that shit. So I had to go through a lot of rejection. So that relationship, 2012, 8 months later, she said no 1 week before the wedding, and they fucking ripped my heart out because I gave everything to that fucking relationship. I tried my best to prove to her, to show her that I was enough, that I was the man for her. I fucking did everything I could. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to call her because I wanted to speak to her every single day. I wanted to fucking, I paid for the wedding. I paid for everything. Didn't fucking work. Wasn't good enough. Right? And I'm sure, have you ever fucking been in a relationship where you've like given, you're pouring your heart fucking out? You've poured everything. You've fucking given so much and it's still not good enough. I fucking been there too. After that, it was amazing because like the moment that I let go of that and I was like, well, you know what? Fucking here I am waiting around for her because who knows? I'm thinking, well, she said no, but maybe she'll come around. Maybe, you know, when the visa, because I had a visa for her, for a partner visa that I was waiting to get approved. And I was like, well, she'll get the partner visa. And then when it got approved, I still got her to come to Australia, still paid for her tickets. I was like, just come. In the meantime, I'm still in the fucking, I got into a new relationship. And I was just like, I still had hope. I was like, well, I'm in this fucking relationship with someone else, but I'm fucking having hope that maybe this old one's going to work because I invested so much time into it. And I'm being fucking real transparent and vulnerable fucking with you guys because I'm talking real shit. I'm not fucking, you're not listening to Luke Mindpower podcast or some fucking guy that just talks about bullshit and just fucking hides shit. I don't need to hide fucking shit. I got nothing to prove. I'm just fucking here being my true authentic self. And if you don't fucking like it, then don't listen to the podcast. The moment that I was trying to like get over that because I was like waiting, you know, because I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to wait for this. Then I opened the door and I said, universe, you know what? I'm not fucking waiting for this fucking girl. I gave her everything. Bring me something else. Bring me a distraction. Let me fucking have sex with someone else. Let me fucking get distracted. Let me be in a new relationship. The moment I opened the door like that, the universe brought someone else to my life. Just like that. I was like, fuck. So then I started seeing someone else. And what did this do? And it's funny that this person that I started seeing actually also had been hurt from a relationship that she was in. So it's almost like attracts like, you know, I was fucking broken. She was fucking hurt. So we came into each other's life in a way to like fucking love each other, support each other, fucking get lost in each other. You know, she became a part of my distraction and making me feel like I was good enough. And so for the next 3 years, this person that I was seeing was part of my life and we were seeing each other. We were in a relationship. But deep down, guess what? I knew that she wasn't for me. I knew she wasn't the one, but it was comfortable. It was good enough. So eventually that dissipated and then I kept moving on. Then I met another one, but this one was what was the one that I thought was the one. This one I fell fucking head over heels for. This one I was like, fuck. But even at the time when I met her, I was like, wow. I still had, because I didn't have my independence, I didn't have my confidence, didn't have my self-worth of who am I, you know? What I did have was, will my family approve of her? Will my mum love her? Will she fit into my family? That's what I was thinking about when I met her. I was like, oh my gosh, she does this, she does that. And I don't want to go into personal details because I don't need to, but I'll just give you a picture. She did all these amazing things that I know that my mum would love. And I was like, my mum would love her. You know, so I was already still putting my family in front of myself. I was saying, if my mum loves her and my family approves of her, then it's good for me to be with her. You know, and it's like, fuck that shit, man. Never again. I'll be with someone because I want to fucking be with them, not because my family fucking approves of them. I'm not fucking living for my family. I'm living for fucking me. Yes, I fucking help my family. Yes, I love my family, but I'm not going to be in a relationship because my family doesn't fucking approve of her. Fuck that shit. Then I was smitten by this beautiful, gorgeous soul. And I was again doing above and beyond. I was just fucking, making time out of my day to go and see her, to go and be there where she was. I was in her face. And so this was, just a major, major part of my transformation as well. Okay. Because what happened was during this experience, I learned that, as much as I wanted to be in that relationship with her, I realized that someone, and this is just my own perception, someone of her caliber, I just felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't at a higher level. I wasn't able to be the man, I wasn't able to provide and protect. I hadn't got my shit together. I was fucking not in a financially secure position. I was still fucking doing coke. I was still fucking like hanging out with the boys and taking drugs and shit. And I didn't have myself at that level where I felt content and confident to be able to know I have an amazing woman in my life that I can fucking take care of. And that's what I want to fucking do. I want to be the fucking man that fucking protects and provides and is able to fucking love the shit out of her and provide for her. As I know that the energy will be reciprocated for me because I'm fucking a good person. So I couldn't do that. So she actually inspired me to wake up and go, bro, go and make some more money. Go and become great. Go and become more successful. So that was a big motivation for me that she, as much as I tried, as much as I asked her out on dates, I tried to take her out, I tried to tell her that I liked her and all this kind of stuff, she just said no. She was never letting me go past this friend stage, And the signs were all there, but because she was giving me a little bit of attention here and there, messages back and forth, it made me believe that, the longer I stay with her, the more that she's going to get to know me, and then eventually she'll like me and eventually she'll come around, but it never happened. So I had to learn the lesson to follow the signs to pick up that, bro, she's got you in the friend zone. She ain't interested, and you're pouring and giving too much as well, that you're pushing her away because you're forcing too much. You're showing up so much. Now I see it, but before I didn't, because again, I was the insecure Luke. It was the different version of me. It wasn't the cool hand Luke, the cool, calm, and collective, the confident, the self-worth, the power, the self-love. Know my worth. Know when I give, if I don't receive, I'm gone. You have to understand there's a reciprocation of energy. You have to have the balance. If you're fucking giving 80% and she's giving 20%, well, clearly it's not fucking good. All of these relationships were part of the next level of success. It was a plan. It was almost like I look back at the last 15 years and I was like, it was all part of me becoming who I am, and that was what I had to go through, because what you may be going through right now, you can't appreciate, you can't understand. Why am I dealing with this relationship? Why have I gone into this fucking divorce? Why did I go through a divorce? Why did I marry someone that I really don't want to be with? Why did I marry someone, or I'm in a relationship with someone that it's not actually fueling me. It's not healthy for me. Why did I do that? Why did I make these decisions 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever? So I want you to know that there's a greater plan for you, as there was for me, but I couldn't see it. Meanwhile, going through these relationships, I was still hurt from the relationship where I was about to get married. I was hurt from that. I was fucking furious. She was messaging me on emails and shit, fucking going, how are you? I want to get to know you. I want to know if you're okay. And I was like, fuck you. What you did to me, you fucking broke my heart. You fucking ripped my heart out, and you want me to fucking talk to you and tell you how my life is. So I was really like resentful. I had a lot of pain and anger towards her. Again, couldn't appreciate the blessing. Then from that, I was triggered into success. What happened? As soon as I said, I need to protect and provide, I need to become better, I need to make more money, I need to fucking grow. So I let her go. And as soon as I let her go, guess what happened? A friend of mine from work is like, hey man, I got this second job and I'm making this much money. It's pretty awesome. I'm a fucking chauffeur driver and I do it on the sides. I do it in the morning and I do it at night. And it was almost like the universe. And the thing is, I wasn't connected back then. I was just fucking sleeping. I was just doing my full-time job, government department, driver tester. And so my mate goes, he shows me and he's like, hey man, I go, fuck, get me a job. Within a week, guys, I had a second job. And all of a sudden I started making nearly double what I was making initially. And it's amazing what happens when you open your mind, you open the door and you're just like, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to make more money. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to transform. As soon as you just ask and you will receive, it's that powerful, man. It's the same thing with the girl. When I was in the fucking relationship with the girl and I was like, fuck, okay, it's not happening. I'm like, okay, I want another relationship. And it came. So as soon as you open yourself up to that, man, you'd be surprised. Don't be surprised what changes in your life. And so basically I started this second job and then eventually I met another girl. And then I had a relationship with her for 3 months. It was amazing. I was smitten. I was like, oh my God, she's so attractive. And I was just engulfed in her. And then 3 months later, she left, ghosted me, disappeared. So again, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm like fully like just into her. I can't fucking get enough of her. And all of a sudden she disappears. And, she had her reasons. Eventually I got it out of her, and, we went back and forth like after a few times because, once you're disconnected, there's always this like urge to like go back and, sleep with them and see them again and all this kind of shit because it's what's familiar. You're comfortable with that. But eventually I figured out and she told me why, she had to leave and she had other priorities and stuff that she had to take care of, And so I was like, okay, fair enough. Some of these relationships I had with women who had kids, right? And that's definitely something that I learned. And this is, again, I'm being very vulnerable and transparent because I want to, I want you to understand the context of what I've experienced. And some of these relationships when I had with children, other children with kids in the relationship, right, was that what I learned is that, and this is for anyone who does go into a relationship with someone who has a child or children, is just know that I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Okay, I'm not despising it because having children is beautiful. Know that you're not going to be a priority. And that's the one thing I learned because, I was in these relationships and there was so many circumstances and situations that happened a couple of times, not with all the women, but a couple of times where, I wanted to spend time with them or we wanted to do stuff, but then I went on the back burner because the kid was more important. Just be aware that if you're entering a relationship and, there's children involved, just be open-minded to the fact that, you're not going to be a priority. You're not going to be the first priority. You're going to be the third priority or fourth priority. You're going to be, there's going to be a priority when they have the time for you. That's what I've learned from that, which did kind of like step me back in a sense. But this was like, 5 years ago, or it kind of make me think, okay, if that's the case, do I really want to be in a relationship with someone who has kids? Because I want to, build a family. I want to have all that time with me and my partner and not be, pushed back because there's a kid involved or whatever. But again, like I said, open mind, and there's, don't for a second think that it's not okay to have kids or be in a relationship that there's kids. But I'm just saying from my experience, that's what was happening. And I wasn't getting the time with the person that I was with because I wasn't a priority. The kid was more important. So anyway, moving forward from that, then I met someone else while I was working as a driver tester. And that was back in 2017, end of 2017. So 2018, I started a new relationship. And then in February, and we're getting to cutting the cord, okay? Because I told you this episode's about cutting the cord. And I have to give you this context so that you can appreciate and understand my fucking journey. 2018, started this relationship. And then my grandmother passed away. As she passed away, I went to Poland. I went to the funeral. And when I came back from the funeral, as soon as I saw the girl that I was dating, I looked at her and I just knew that she wasn't the one. And I knew that I didn't want to be with her, and, we'd had booked a trip to go away together. And I'm sitting in my apartment, I'm looking at her and I'm like, I do not want to go on this trip. I don't even want to, I just felt it, I felt it. But again, going back to that version of me that was not confident, that was not in his power, that was not in his self-worth, that was not able to communicate his true feelings and emotions. So what do? You just go with it. Why? Because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't say something because you didn't want to hurt the other person's feelings? So then you just shut your mouth and you kept the peace and you be quiet? Well, that's something you need to fucking unlearn, because the more that you do that, the more that you sacrifice your own fucking peace of mind. And so I had to unlearn that. But meanwhile, in that situation, guess what? We went on the fucking trip and it was fucking shit. Let me tell you that. It was fucking shit because I was feeling it and I couldn't lie. I could not lie. I could not pretend like it was all good. The only way I was having fun was because I was fucking drinking. So after I came back from that trip, I still couldn't say anything to her. And it was only until she said something to me that I said, okay, we need to talk, blah, blah, blah. Because I was quiet. I was silent. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I wasn't confident in communication. That's why I fucking tell you guys, man, communication is the key. When you grow and you take action and learn to be a better communicator, your whole life will change. Your whole life will change. So basically, we broke up, and then this relationship continued. Like not the relationship, but we were hooking up and stuff like that. And don't need to go into details. You get the message. But again, because it was familiar, and it was there, and I was just like, okay, fair enough, whatever. But I don't want. I'm not going to be in a relationship anymore. So anyway, got to the point where I started to change. I made the decision to move into Poland. I've got to do some different things. I had to stop quitting. I had to stop using cocaine. I had to move out of my apartment. I had to move in with my sister. I started making all these changes because the death of my grandmother, the passing of her, was the the reason, was the catalyst for, hey, I need to do something different. I need to change. And so the first decision was, I'm moving to Poland, moving to another country, changing my environment. Okay. So one step after the other, one thing after the other, everything changes. But the communication was like one of the most powerful things that I was able to master, because I was always quiet. I never fucking spoke my truth. I was always afraid because I didn't want to hurt other people's feelings. And now when I learned to love myself, I put myself first, and my feelings come fucking first. I'm not going to sacrifice my fucking peace and my happiness because I'm scared of what someone else is going to feel. What happened in June 2018? As I moved to my sister's place and I was on this mission, I'm saving money. I decided I'm going to open a gym in Poland, and I'm making all these changes. I got to a point where I realized that the person that I was seeing, which was this girl, still my ex-girlfriend, was unhealthy for me. She was toxic. She didn't believe in my dream. I shared with her a little dream while I was seeing her, and I shared with her something that I was working on with my niece. And she said to me something like, "You can't do that. That sounds stupid." And the moment that she said that to me, I knew that she was unhealthy. She was not good for me. And it was just a little trigger that I needed, because I was on this journey of growth and a new life and transforming and change. And the moment that she shared that with me, that she didn't agree, or she didn't believe in me, or she didn't support me, I fucked her off straight away. That was the last time that I ever spoke to her, the last time I saw her, because I started to become aware that I only wanted to surround myself with the right people, and she wasn't healthy for me. And that was the moment, like literally, that was the moment of no return, where now it is November 2023, and it's been pretty much 5.5 years since I have been in a relationship, because I cut the cord, because I had enough, because I said, you know what? Fuck you all. I want to find out who the fuck I am. I want to fucking learn to love myself. I want to learn to be able to validate and accept myself for who I am, and not allow the external environment, the world, or relationships, or a fucking girl to tell me that I'm good enough, to approve of me. I want to learn how to appreciate myself. I want to give myself that power. I want to learn to accept myself, love myself, and all my fucking flaws. I want to take my power back, right? I want to cut the cord. I want to fucking unlearn all of this shit that I've been conditioned and programmed with, that I'm not good enough unless I'm in a fucking relationship. Unless I have a girl in my life that loves me, or that believes in me, or that I'm married to, or whatever, that I'm not fucking good enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking against relationships or against marriages. I'm just saying, don't fucking settle for less just because you're too impatient to wait for better. Don't settle for less just because it's fucking available. Don't settle for less just because you don't believe that you can fucking attract better. Bullshit. You deserve to attract what you work your ass off to become, because like attracts like. But are you willing to go through the journey? Are you willing to sever the fucking umbilical cord because you are attached to some sort of trauma that you've experienced in the past? Hence why you're continuing to allow yourself to be in this toxic relationship that's very unhealthy for you, because it's familiar. It's all you fucking known. So whenever you fucking realize this, that all I fucking know is what I'm going to continue to surround myself with and be connected to, then you're going to keep hurting yourself. As I continued to live that way, sacrificing my peace, settling for less, because I didn't believe I deserved better. And I was always lost in other people's lives. I was lost in what my friends were doing. I was lost in their relationships, right? I was lost in all the parties that I was going to all the time. And then I was always comparing myself to others. And the alcohol and the cocaine for me was just fueling me, giving me more confidence to make me feel like I'm not different and I'm not someone who doesn't fit in. And I am a part of the crew. I am a part of the fucking friends and the boys and shit, even if I don't have a fucking girlfriend like they do. So the alcohol and the coke also like numbed that kind of like pain that I had within myself of me feeling like I wasn't good enough or I was inadequate. And one of the most important things to do is that if you're someone that's seeking closure, then you're going to be wasting your fucking time because you don't need fucking closure. You need to fucking pay attention to the signs. You need to understand that actions speak louder than words. And if you're in a fucking relationship where someone is clearly fucking showing you that they are hurt or that they don't fucking respect you or love you the way that you love them and the way that you take care of them and you give to them and you're not receiving the same in return, or their actions are not fucking showing you that this person is responsible, this person gives a fuck about me, this person wants to actually grow and help and heal this relationship and wants to become better and wants to overcome their own fucking trauma, get the fuck out. Because you will just keep hurting your fucking soul. Your soul knows. Your soul is there's a calling within you and you fucking feel it. And it knows that, hey, I need freedom. I need peace. And it's fucking speaking to you constantly. But because of your fucking trauma and your shit that you've been through, and because of the familiar mind and the familiar experiences that you've lived with all your fucking life, or however long you've been in this relationship, you don't fucking leave. Because you need fucking closure. Bullshit, you need closure. You need fuck all. You need to fucking just get the fuck up and say, I'm the fucking shit. I'm going to grow. I'm going to heal. I'm going to take action. I'm going to fucking move forward because this is not serving me anymore. And if you've got fucking kids involved, then shame on you. Because what are you fucking teaching your kids? You're teaching your kids to stay in a fucking toxic relationship. You're teaching your kids that it's okay to fucking stay with someone that disrespects you. You're teaching your fucking kids that it's okay to be in a fucking environment that's fucking unhealthy. Is that what you want to fucking teach your kids? Because that's fucking disrespectful to your fucking kids. To teach them it's okay to be mistreated. It's okay to be abused. It's okay to be abused financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. That's okay. Yeah, you fucking listen to what I'm fucking saying. And I know you're fucking listening. You're hearing this. You're like, oh shit, that was something that just fucked me good. Yeah, that's fucking right. Because you think it's all about you. You think, oh, we need to fucking heal this or we need to change this or we need to do something. I need closure. And it's like you are fucking hurting your own child or children for that matter. If you have children involved in this relationship. And say, oh, I'm just going to stay for the kids. Yeah, stay for the kids in a fucking toxic environment so they fucking feel your pain. They feel the negative energy. They feel the shit environment that you're fucking providing for them because you don't fucking leave, because you don't step up and do the work for yourself and cut the fucking cord so that you can heal, grow, and then move forward in your life and show your children, show your inner child, show your fucking self that you deserve better, that you believe in yourself, that there is somebody else out there. Not that you need somebody else, you need fucking you. If there's any sign that you need right now of what it is that you need, if you're going through a fucking shit toxic relationship that is abusive or in any fucking way, is a sign that you need yourself. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. And what's fucking hard is to go on a journey of fucking solitude, is to experience a life that's unfamiliar, is to get to know who the fuck you are, because all you've ever known is fucking being around people. There's nothing wrong with being around people, but if you're around the wrong people, fuck, man, you'll never lose the right people. Understand that. But you can continue to hold on to the wrong people, which will continue to fucking hurt you and break you consistently. So you understand the message and you understand what happens when you cut the cord. You step into your greatness because you are more powerful than you think you are. But if you don't take action and if you don't say yes to you, guess what? External energy is going to continue to control you and you're going to continue to drown. Drown in your fears, drown in your fucking pain, drown in your insecurities, drown in your doubts. If only I could show you a video of who you could become in 5 years' time, or what you could attract into your life, or how your life would change. If I could show you a video right now, 5 years later, you decided to love yourself fully. You decided to step into your greatness. You decided to let go of anything that was unhealthy, toxic, anything that drained your energy, anything that hurt your feelings continuously over and over and over again. If you decided to let that go and you started to really work on yourself and saying, you know what, nah, man, I deserve better. I believe there's more out there for me. I believe there's someone that is going to be able to appreciate me for who I am. And I could show you a video of what you could attract because of what you do over the next few years within yourself, with the relationship that you haven't fostered within yourself, created within yourself. I could show you a video of the life that you will be living in 5 years' time. Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have believed that if someone came to me and showed me a video of who I was going to be in 5 years' time, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, I'm a fucking digital nomad. I'm fucking traveling around the world doing podcasts from freaking villas and places where I've never been before. And it's like one day, there's a quote that says, one day you'll wake up and you'll have it all. One day you'll wake up and you'll be living your dream. One day you'll wake up and it'll be all worth it. And I don't know how this happened. It happened because I took action. It happened because I said yes. It happened because I decided to cut the cord. It happened because I said, you know what? Yeah. I don't need something outside of myself to make me feel enough. What I need is me. What I need is to learn to love me. What I need is to reprogram my mind and unfuck myself from my own insecurities and emotional trauma and abandonment and feeling neglected and feeling unloved and not feeling enough and not feeling appreciated, not getting validated, not being accepted. I need to accept myself. And so I did. And so now I'm here to teach you to do the fucking same. But it's uncomfortable and it hurts and it's painful. And that's why I'm just saying, wherever you are in your journey right now, be open to the pain. Be open that when you start to work on yourself, it's going to be uncomfortable. Be open that when you do start working on yourself and you start experiencing a little bit more solitude in your life and building a stronger, loving relationship with yourself, be open that you will be judged. Be open that people will criticize you. Be open that you will lose people. Be open that, guess what? People won't understand you. But guess what? They don't fucking need to. The only person that needs to understand you is you. And as long as you get you, that's all that fucking matters. The right people will gravitate into your life. The wrong people can fuck off. Thanks for tuning into the Luke Mind Power podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to transform your life and you want to grow, send me a message on Instagram and just say, hey man, help me. I want to fucking transform my life. I want to live my dreams. And I'll give you the next steps on how we can help you get started. Okay? So just send me a message and say, I am ready for change. I want to transform. I want to grow. I want to heal. Anyway, guys, it was a blessing to spend some time with you. Don't give up on yourself. As I mentioned, there is a big announcement I'm going to be sharing most likely on my next episode, but just stay tuned to my social media platforms because I will be sharing something that is going to be happening at the end of December, and it is going to be absolutely extraordinary, and I cannot wait. But anyway, in the meantime, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode, what came up for you. Don't forget to like as well and share it with your friends. If you're listening or watching right now, do the world a favor and share this episode with everybody that you know so that they can freaking wake up, especially if they're in a shit relationship and you know it. And no matter what you've done, like you've shared it, you've told them and they still don't listen. Let them listen to this fucking episode and that'll wake them up 100%. But anyway, also, if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, do me a huge favor. Leave me a 5-star rating and a review. That really goes a long way and it really helps my podcast as well. Sending you so much love from Riga in Latvia. The next time you probably see me, I might do another couple episodes from here as well. And then I'll be back in Dubai. So amazing. All right, guys, sending you a lot of love. Don't fucking give up on yourself, man. You know, I know it's a long journey. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's hard to hear the stuff that I'm saying, but you got to hear it this way because you just won't wake up. You'll keep fucking, dawdling along like, oh, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Fucking stay in a abusive relationship because it's part of the religion. You're not allowed to leave a relationship, even if you're getting belted. Even if your partner is physically abusive or sexually abusive and you're not happy and you're fucking traumatized but because of the religion that you're in, you're not allowed to get divorced. So go to couples counseling. Fuck off, man. Wake up, people. Honestly. Fucking making some sort of external body or fucking community or church or some shit telling you that you can't fucking leave something because it's against that. Fuck off, man. Honestly. You guys need to fucking wake up, all right? If you're fucking being treated like shit and you want the rest of your life to be fucking shit, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want the rest of your life to be the best of your life, wake up, take action, love the shit out of yourself, and move the fuck on, because there's better shit up ahead for you that you haven't even fucking met yet or experienced yet. But because of your own fucking trauma and shit that you've been through in the past, you're going to keep doing the same shit, going around in circles, expecting life to fucking change, and it ain't going to fucking change. All right? Unless you change. Boom. See you later. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're ready to grow and reach your full potential and find inner peace, send me a DM that says, I want inner peace, and I'll send you the next steps. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you change your mind, you change your whole life. So don't hesitate and send that DM over to me. Myself and my team can't wait to meet you and witness your transformation in full glory. See you next week.